Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Expressway.
Three-way.
You're like,
Okay.
All right, episode 10 in the ring. Wonder what that's about.
you
Oh.
guys, this is the climax portion of the story arc. We're getting to the point of the marriages soon.
Is it almost done? Like, how far
It's
are
week
we?
10, bro.
That's crazy. This one went by kind of fast.
Yeah,
They
time
did.
goes by fast when you're really old, apparently. I heard that today.
Why is that? Because you're not making as much memories or something?
Oh,
Yeah.
because you're closer to death, I guess.
I think it's because the milestones are farther apart.
What? I'm never going to have another milestone in my life? That's so sad.
No, it's just farther apart. It's like once every 10 years.
Oh, no.
As opposed to when you're young, your milestone is like every year. You know what I mean?
That's true. They're like celebrating me when I turn 5 and 6 and 7, and then suddenly everyone stopped counting.
You're 18, you're 21. You know what I mean?
Nobody cared.
Then you don't remember how old you are anymore. I'm like, oh
It's
yeah,
true.
I'm 40. No, you're not.
30 something, I think. Yeah. Back in my day when I was 21, I met a 21-year-old works in my company. And I'm just like, fuck out of here, dude. Nobody cares about you.
You bleeped yourself.
Oh, did I? Yeah, the microphone broke.
I like that. That was your own bleeping.
Yeah.
So who do you want to start
Oh,
with?
sorry. I meant fuck out of here, 21-year-old.
Well, speaking of old, let's talk about Bilal and Shida.
Yeah, seriously. What an old fart.
Yeah, all of these over 30-year-olds. Okay, so they're going to go visit his sister in Atlanta. And man, I didn't catch her name, but she seems nice. Her house is nice. And she decides to take Shida to go dress shopping. And while they're dress shopping, Shida tries to talk, shit about Bilal, but she wasn't having it. She was like defending him 100%. And then Shida kind of backed away, and she's like, "Okay, well, you know what? I don't want to ruin this moment. So let's just stop talking about it. I know that you have to, defend your brother and all." And then that ended that. What did you guys think? Did you guys have any
Okay, I
opinions
also
about this
was gonna
interaction?
say it's Nefertari.
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 Nefertari. Yeah, so she was basically defending Bilal that, he has all these trust issues and things because of stuff that happened to him in the past, and that they have some general maybe communication issues because he wants to vent his things, but he vents it at the same time as she's venting hers. So what Nefertari decided is that, okay, he needs to find his own time to vent and not do it at the same time as her. Do you guys
Good
agree?
advice. Yeah, it's good advice.
That is.
That's super sound advice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then after that, they go on like a little date, her and Bilal, and they go on a Ferris wheel. And of course, he has to ruin the moment. All right, no romantic time, just the two of them, because immediately he brings up the prenup. And she's like, wait, we talked about this before, and I said that, I'm not down for this prenup thing. But I actually don't blame Bilal for wanting a prenup because they're older. He has an established life. He has a family. He has kids. So he does need to protect himself and his kids.
That's true. I agree.
So her being upset, and she says, like, I feel like he doesn't trust me by doing a prenup. It's not romantic. It's not this, all the general things that we always hear when a prenup is brought up, right?
You don't want a prenup? I would totally get a prenup.
Yeah, especially if you're older like them. Like if you're just both starting out, you don't have that much. Like, okay, yeah, you don't really need one. But he's established already.
Yeah. You never know. She could end up making more than him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
influencer.
what does it mean about you don't trust? Like, why do people think prenups and trust go hand in hand? Like the lack of trust go hand in hand. Prenup is like asset protection.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's like kind of like, oh, you're dooming the relationship because saying, oh, in case we might break up, you're protecting yourself. So you're preparing for.
That you, but I also want you to protect yourself, right? Not just me.
Right. Which
But I
is
guess
what.
it's usually a power dynamic thing. The more powerful person offers the prenup.
And we see on the next Dawn that she brings up, like, I want to talk to the lawyer because I want protections for our kids. Like, if we were to have kids, and that you agree to have kids within a certain period of time. He's like, wait, what? What? And he doesn't seem too
That's a good. Is
enthused.
that a, yeah? I'm like, is that a prenup agreement? You must have child with me by year 2.
Right. I don't know. It doesn't seem like something you, but who knows? You could put anything in there, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like not even all enforceable by law in every single state.
And, but I do agree that if there should be something for if they did have kids, that they also get their due comings and aren't left in the dust. And even her, even without any kids, if she stays married for a certain period of time, right? Because you know, you should still have to help her if he's making more and he brought her here. So
That's true. You make it more fair for both of them.
all right, there you go. And that's it for them.
Okay. Who do you want to move on to next?
Let's talk about the short story for this week. It's Emily and Kobe. They go to Rock City, guys, and it's not like the Hard Rock Cafe, but it was just some like random boulder park.
Whenever you,
And
whenever you bring up Emily, the first thing that goes to my mind is like, shut the fuck up, Emily. That's the only thing I could think of.
shut the fuck up. I mean, I like that he tells her to shut the fuck up at some point again in the next couple episodes. But anyway, so like, you know, we've been friends for a very long time here. We've had many, many adventures together. One of our many adventures is looking at rocks. And so, how fucking dare Kobe to be like, what the fuck is wrong with Americans? Is like thinking rocks are cool. They are cool.
They are, especially big, huge
weird.
ones.
Exactly. You're the weirdo one. But anyway, the real issues come up when Emily goes wedding dress shopping with her family. So she's trying on some wedding dresses and she's feeling herself. She's feeling like a princess. And, you know, her mom keeps trying to tell like us, the audience, that Emily kind of needs to come back to earth because she's always like thinking up all of these crazy things and like living her life like she has the means to do it when she really kind of doesn't. So the issue of the day is about the ring, and that she feels like for Kobe to feel serious in this relationship, he should give her a proper nice ring and not some like knockoff ring that he picked up one time from a street vendor in China. And so, in the event that Kobe doesn't have a ring ready for her, she basically bought herself a 1 carat diamond ring. And I don't know nothing about no diamonds, but what is a 1 carat diamond cost these days?
It depends on the quality. So you could get a, you know, cheap one if it's not a good quality. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But my ring is plus a little bit over 1, and it was a good amount. It was, you know,
Yeah. And so,
good.
Emily,
It was in the, like, you know, the K's, the two digit K's, and you know.
let's assume Emily didn't quite buy your lifestyle's worth of rings.
But
She was
it looked
affording
really
a more.
nice. It looked
She did
nice.
buy a really nice looking one, but let's say she bought it with like a babysitter salary 1 carat ring. Let's just assume it's like in the order of $1,000 and $10,000. So she used that money to buy herself a ring. And instead of heeding her parents' advice to be like, save all of your money, you guys need to get out of this house and figure out how to take care of your family.
Yeah.
But she's like literally just out here doing whatever the heck she wants to do.
That's
Which
so
is
true.
crazy.
I'd be pissed. It's like when somebody owes you money, but you see them spending hella whatever, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, that's it for their story this week. But next week, I think Kobe tells her to shut the fuck up on their wedding,
yeah.
the wedding eve.
So after we record our podcast, I listen to other podcasts, and all of them agreed that they all wanted to tell her to shut the fuck up. They were all saying, they all were saying, but you know what? But shut the fuck up. We agree that it's not good. Okay, we all agree you shouldn't be calling that to your spouse, but can she shut the fuck up?
Quite literally, shut the fuck up. Like, and no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you do need to shut the fuck up.
Yes. So we're cool on that end. We all agree on this.
It's a consensus.
We of the 90-day community agree, Emily. You do need to shut the fuck up.
Everybody agrees.
That's funny. All right, so let's go on to Miona and Jibri.
Oh man,
this one's a sad story. I feel sad for him.
No,
Yeah.
I
He's
feel
really
so
caught
annoyed.
in a rock and a hard place here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel annoyed with him. I totally agree with Miona.
Well, I am super annoyed with him, but it's just like he really cannot get any kind of support. He's poor guy. Like nobody has his back.
So basically, he meets with his parents, and his parents wanted to meet separately outside the house without Miona there, and then they just feel like Miona is controlling. They don't want to go to. They can't go to his wedding due to like lack of planning. But I feel like it's probably just because they don't really approve of Miona. I mean, they're saying that Jibri doesn't seem like he's happy. So go ahead.
I find them. I don't know. I did not like this dynamic, this talk that they were having.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they were just giving their opinions, and he seems very easily influenced by the people around him, just like what Miona was saying. I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit manipulative. Oh, son, you seem like you're not happy. You seem like you're just listening to whatever she says or whatever. It seems from the outside. I don't know. I didn't like it.
For me, it seemed like everything they said was true. I feel like he does seem like he's super stressed out all the time.
But that's what it is. Like, it's naturally to be stressed when you bring somebody over from another country. You're supposed to get married in 90 days. All of those things is very natural to be stressed. That doesn't necessarily mean that this person is terrible or that, oh my God, you feel stressed. You can never feel stressed. If you feel stressed, that means, dump that relationship. Like, wait, what? People, just like when they say, don't be sad, you should be happy. And now, like, no, it's okay to feel sad sometimes. That's just part of life. It's part of the many feelings one feels.
That's true, but I feel like from their perspective, like that's probably the first time they've ever seen him like that. So there's like, from like the protective parent standpoint, it's like there must be something like wrong. But even besides that, for me, I think it's the band thing. It's like you can't choose between Miona and his band. And he really needs to make a decision. Like I feel for Miona too, because I feel like she does love him, and she did go over there, and she is living at the house. Even though she's like, she also is like, she's not perfect. She also is impatient, and she wants like what she wants. She has made compromises, and I feel like it's not all bad on either side. That's what makes it hard.
I haven't seen Miona be terribly unreasonable, like her yelling or her saying things that were rude to his mom. She seems
Mhm.
when she talks very level-headed. I haven't seen her go off the rail.
Well, I think with the mom's one was like kept on texting Jibri when they were just trying to have a short conversation. She texted him like 8 times. Um, she
Well,
was
come
also texting
on.
him during the band when they were recording. And for me, I think it was also the wedding thing, given that they don't really have any money.
That she
Um,
wants a beach wedding? What's wrong with that?
like it has to
Can't
be in
afford a
LA, and
beach
they
wedding.
want to be like they don't really have any money.
Does it have to be in LA? It just has to be next to some place with the sand and
No, I think she
So
water.
wants
aren't
it to
they
be in
inland?
LA.
I don't think they are near any beaches.
A lake beach.
I mean, I'm pretty bad with geography, but my guess is like South Dakota is somewhere in the middle of America.
They can have a lake that has
Mhm.
sand. Yeah.
That could be a beach. Yeah,
Lake
right.
Tahoe. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's got like some shore.
Yes.
But yeah, so for them, I think Jabri needs to make a decision between his band and Miona, and it's just like we just need to see them hurry up, and I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to them.
When he says, my parents say that I'm unhappy. Like, wait,
Mhm.
what? Just why are you listening to everybody around? I was 100% behind Miona when she was describing him. Like he's
Mhm.
influenced by everybody. He's acting like a 12-year-old boy. Man up. Make your own decisions. Make your own mind up. Don't get influenced by everybody around you.
Mhm.
Like if
Yeah,
he
so if he wanted to make music, make music. Why do you need to feel like you have to be pressured to get married in these 90 days?
but why can't you do both? Like it doesn't make sense. Like just you can't have a spouse and make music at the same time. Like, is she really stopping you? What about all that time when she wasn't there and she was in Serbia? Like, was he making music then? He could have been making music and recording. What happened?
We don't
I
know the
think
details of that.
he was driving trucks.
All right, well, he could have been making music if that was his true passion. Like, how is Miona stopping him when she's over there in Serbia?
I don't know. Maybe like they couldn't do it because of Corona or something during that time.
I mean, he
We don't
could.
know. We don't know when they met. Um, and maybe he just like because of Miona, like he chose to focus on Miona. That was his decision. And if he chooses to so we'll focus more on the band or try to do both. Like we don't know how Miona will react or see how like that situation will play out.
Hey, here's like a hot take. Why can't he choose Miona if that truly was the reason why the band was breaking up? Then just break up with the band. And if your sole purpose in life is to create, nothing says you can't create without your band.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So why does he need to justify Miona as a source of tension for the band?
Mm-hmm.
One or the other. You said you're choosing Miona. Your band clearly doesn't agree. So then it seems like you can't have your cake and eat it too, right?
Yeah.
So choose Miona and move on.
Yes.
I mean, I could see that. Like, um, I could see he's in every situation. Like, he's listening to Miona, he's listening to this band, he's listening to his parents.
Yes.
He needs to listen to himself, and it's okay. Like, if
Yeah.
maybe he wants to create with his band, and like that's what he loves. And Dacho, his brother or whatever, and like that's what if what he chooses. Like, even if it's hard to make the decision, like you just listen to your voice and don't waste everybody else's time.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the one thing I have kind of liked about him in this whole thing was his like inspiration to just like create. It's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can go on vacation, you could do this, you could do that. But if I'm not doing this one thing that I'm like on this earth to do, that I'm not whole. And I'm like, it sounds like you should do it.
Yeah.
Yes. And why can't you do that and while you're with Miona?
Mm-hmm.
Or why can't you do it why are you letting everyone influence that thing, that drive in you that says, I need to do this? But it seems like you're taking your mom's opinion, your dad's opinion, your friend's opinion, your fiance's opinion to stop you from doing what you want. Just
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Right,
Just go.
man
Like
up.
we're like that Shia LaBeouf meme. Just do it. Just do it.
Oh,
Do
I think
it.
if he's living at home, he has to listen to his parents, at least what they say. Not like listen, like do what they say, but like he has to at least hear them out.
Hear them
Well
out, but don't let
then,
them influence you.
That's gonna be
exactly.
hard.
Well then, you can make choices.
Yeah. But and then for the next time we see them having a conversation where he says he feels like he's like 12, and then his parents say, well, you're acting like you're 12. Something like this. So they have a fight.
Good.
We'll see
Which
what
is
happens there.
I'm
true.
glad
He
they
is
said that to
acting like,
him. Yeah,
yes, I agree.
I'm so like glad that like he kind of gets put in his place because
Mm.
they're giving you a space to live, a space to live, to create, and you do have to kind of follow the rules.
Wait, my next on also shows him telling Miona, like, oh, you expect everything
Yes,
to
that is the second part.
be given to you like a millennial. Wait, what?
Oh, is that what she said? I don't remember her saying
Yes, he
that.
said like
I
a spoiled
remember the
millennial.
next I remember their next on being like, if you keep acting this way, then this is not going to work. And then he says, like, then it's probably not going to work. I don't want it. It's probably at lips because I don't want it to work or something.
Oh yeah, when they're having like conversation like outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that too. Like it seems like they have that hard conversation, but we don't know exactly what happens, but it could be TLC baiting us again.
Well, I kind of hope for her sake that she just gets out of America and lives her best Kardashian life in Serbia.
What? No, I hope for her sake that she goes to LA and she lives her best Kardashian life
I just
in
don't think
LA.
Jibri supports her dream. It doesn't seem like Jibri is supporting her as much as she is supporting what he wants.
Mhm.
Yes, then she should meet somebody,
But I think
go
there's
ahead
that
and
it's complicated because of the financial situation.
yes. Why don't they just both go to LA? Because that's where if he wants to make music and do all that, like that's where it's at. You're not gonna find it in North Dakota.
Yeah, and he's not, so like we're not really even clear that he's working while in San, like, because his parents asked him like, what exactly are you doing for money, and he's just like, don't worry about it. So we don't really even know what his jobs are.
That's true. We don't really know what he's doing.
So why can't he do that in LA if he really has a hustle mindset?
What? Yeah, that's true.
I am confused. We are confused by him.
We need more details, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for them. Okay, so who's next?
Let's do Patrick and Thais. Oh
Mm.
man.
Mm.
This all right, some true colors are being shown. So they go shopping for furniture because Thais wants to make the place her own. She likes color. And she's like, this place is like a hospital. And it seems like they go to like an expensive furniture shop because I see pillows that have the H on it, which means it's like a Hermes. Hermes
Is it?
pillows. I don't know. It looks like it is.
Is there an H designer one? Like a furniture designer H?
I don't know. But I've seen some Hermes pillows and they look really similar. And he basically doesn't agree with any of her choices. He doesn't like any of the colors. He likes black, white, gray, whatever. And he also does not agree with spending money on decor. He starts getting uptight. And the sales associate says, why don't you just pick something little? It doesn't have to be anything big. Just start off with something little that you both like, which I thought was a great idea.
Yeah. I think we're all
So,
thinking like, why did he bring her there if he didn't want to buy anything? Take it to
which is
IKEA.
right, which is what she says. She's like, okay, then why are we here? Why did you bring me? And he's like, oh, just to look. Or what was it?
To see
Something
what kind
ridiculous.
of what your style is, what you like.
Yes. Okay, so they end up getting the vase, and she's upset when they get home. And this is when he says that he's kind of concerned about money, and but he says it's not worth it to fight about these pictures and a painting. He's like, okay, if you want to buy a painting, go ahead, go do it. He throws his visa at her and like cash. And she feels very offended by this, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
And he seems to blame a lot of these actions on his past. So then, I don't know, he kind of makes it seem like she's just in it for the money, but we know that that's not really what she's saying in this case. At least she's kind of saying like, okay, well, let me in on what you're making, like what's going on. Then if you are saying we're spending too much, then how much? What do you have? Like, what is it? Did you think she was being reasonable here?
Yeah, I think what we mentioned before last episode, like it's not really about the money. It's about like she wants to be part of the situation, which Dylan really pointed out. So I think that was a good point. It really shows in this episode. Yeah, so she's like she doesn't want to just be looked at as like a statue. She just wants to be part of the decision making.
Yeah, she just wants to feel more comfortable. And he says, well, I spent already 10K since you've been here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not her fault though, because if you didn't say anything,
Oh man,
then
I'm
yeah,
so mad I'm so upset at this episode because like
Okay.
you guys know for the last 10 weeks I've like praised the gospel of Patrick here, but I was super hurt. My feelings were super hurt because he was just like, what do you have to worry about? Like the bills are paid, you're eating, the fridge is stocked, your hair is done, your nails are done. I'm like, that why did you take it there? She literally
yeah,
was just like trying to be like include me more in this conversation. She's like not even asking like give me money. She was just saying like show me like what it is that we're living with to be part of it, right? And he was just like, I don't need to show you anything because you're not my wife. I'm like, what was the point of her being here if not that? Like, shouldn't you be having these types of conversations before you get married? You would think.
yeah. I mean, she's going to be his wife, which is the point of them there. I think he just has like a really bad relationship with trust and with money, and it's like it's forcing him to act like very shady
Oh, I
to her.
felt super grossed out for her, especially when he like threw the card in the mud. It like totally wasn't
Yeah.
even about that. It was about like include me in this conversation, and he was just
Mm.
like fixing it by throwing money, like he's done throughout this whole time of their being together.
And when she goes into their room, he's like, okay, whatever. He's like, oh man, that's not good. He's already acting like that. He's already
Yeah,
saying whatever when she's upset, a valid reason to be upset.
yeah.
He's already saying whatever.
And it's like,
I mean,
why was he saying that she doesn't appreciate it? It wasn't even, I don't even think she ever expressed anything about not being appreciative. It was like, include me, not just in the conversation for the money, but include me in the design of the house that you
mm,
pick. Include me in the style of the house. Like, there's nothing here that reminds me of my culture, and Brazilians are very colorful, and it's this and it's that. Like, nothing reminds me of home here. I don't feel like, and she's expressed multiple times, I don't feel at home. Your brother is here. He takes up half the house. What am I supposed to do? It's like, you know what I mean? Like just those little things little touches of her that she wants so that she could feel included here.
mm.
And when he starts expressing all the money being spent, it's like I pay for all of this, pay for that. She's kind of saying like, okay, well, include me in your worries. Like, what is it? Because he seems to be really worried, I guess, about all the money going out. She's like, okay, well, then talk to me about it. Like, what? He's like, I don't want to show those vulnerabilities to you. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah, but I thought that
I'm
was
not
like
quite,
a
yeah.
point in his court. Like I was really disappointed with him in this episode But he brought it back a little bit at the very end because he says he does it's something that he does need to work on. Because he can the fact that he could recognize that it's like something that he needs to relinquish, like his control. Shows that like he knows, at least he knows it's like it's not a good thing what he's doing.
And I thought she was very mature when he said that. She's like, I'm here. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you and be there for you. Like, I want to be here. And, instead of being angry, because maybe if it was me, I wouldn't have taken such a high road. I would have been like, you just threw that money at me? Oh, hell no.
I know.
I'm going back to Brazil right now.
Yeah. The money throw, as soon as that money was throwing, I was packing. I'm packing that day. I'd be like, pull this shit again. I dare you. And I double dog dare you to do this shit again.
Right. That's what exactly you come up with some threats. But she came out and she also expressed her vulnerability. She's like, I'm here for you. I just want to be included. I just want to be a part of this life together. And then, which was a good move because he softened up from there. He's like, okay.
Yeah, clearly we're much more filled with more rage than she is.
We're not as mature. We're more vindictive.
No, exactly. Smart 20-year-old versus these like jaded 30-somethings.
Yeah, oh, hell no. That's it. You do that? I'm out of here.
I know. I'm like, you pull this shit again. I swear to God.
You think you can get me with your money? I could get richer dudes than you. You see how hot I am?
That's what I mean.
It's not about the money.
You're treating her like she's a trophy wife.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, okay, as a trophy wife, I now have like conditions that need to be met to meet my status. And he's like, no. I control the money.
Okay. You knew that this is what I require. Okay. You knew that I'm no basic bitch. Okay. I need my hair done. I need my nails done. So this ain't new to you. And now you're popping out here being like, I spent 10K.
This is what you would say to Patrick.
This is what I would be saying if I had the looks and power of Thais.
Oh, Thais is a 10. She's a easy 10. That's an easy like, no questions asked. Easy 10.
So now you're here complaining, oh look, spent 10K. That
10K shit, bro.
That's right. And now you're telling me, okay, you're worried about spending, but you don't want to tell me how much money there is. They already give me an allowance, and I'm talking about a big one. Okay, I'm talking about 10K a month, if not more.
10K a month. That's so good. That's more money than I make in a month.
And that was it.
Okay.
I had to let it out. It was building up. I was like, oh, I'd be saying
well, I mean, we'll see. She's trying to threaten to go back to Brazil next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what happened? What happened on the next one? I missed it.
He just says that she misses Brazil. It doesn't show that they had any kind of fight. She just misses it, and then she's crying, and that's it.
Yeah, dude. Volver a Brazil. I don't speak Spanish. Sorry, I don't speak Portuguese.
Yeah, so that's it for them. And we could do Cara and Guillermo real quick.
Yeah,
so
like real quick, like sum it up in like 30 sentences because these hoes are so lame.
Okay, so Cara meets with her friend. If we found out she doesn't have a job, but she's not just trying to become a singer, she's also trying to do real estate, but she hasn't sold the house. This is like where you come and see. This is like the woman who's like, she lives in her. She just does what she wants. She's delusional, but sometimes it works out. Which goes to what she's saying next.
Yeah.
Her friend is like, you've taken a big ass risk. Taking a big risk marrying this guy. And she's like, well, I'm a betting woman, and sometimes, like most of the time, it works out for me. And the guy's like, well, there's that one time it doesn't work out. And she's like, well, You know, I like to hedge my bets, so I'll take the risk. And I don't know. It's something that's like she's comfortable with dumb decisions. So okay, I don't know what else to say about it. It's okay. Go ahead. You want to risk it? You sound like you're aware of the risk and you don't care. That's I mean okay. I'm not even mad.
Exactly. I'm not even mad at it.
Oh, we also find out they just do boom boom all day. That's what they do instead of working. So that's it for them.
Nice.
Do you want
That's
to
a
get to the
good short
meat?
story.
The real meat?
Yeah, the meat. I want the meat.
What, Benny and Ari?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Tell me about this 33-second victory.
I know. I was gonna say there isn't much meat except that he beat that ass.
That's right.
Ooh.
That's a round of applause for my boy, Biniyam
It
Jibri.
didn't seem like kind of fair though, because I was looking at the guy and I was like, he does not look at all like he's in shape like Biniyam.
But he
Hey,
looked like he
that's
did a
not Biniyam's fault. Biniyam trained real hard
he,
and
did,
he whipped that ass. So that
he
sounds
did
like
have
that
moves
guy's
though.
fault.
Yeah, he
He
did have
fucking
moves. The other guy.
started with a flying knee to the face. Did you see how high he had that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I thought it was the other guy was gonna be a lot weaker than he was. Like from the previews, I was like, oh man, he's gonna be like a 10-second win. You know, he's just gonna go in there and win in like 10
Well,
seconds. I was gonna go in
3x
the flying
slower.
knee and knock him out.
Yeah.
But this guy, I think he attacked hard. Did you think? I was like, oh man, the other
He
guy's
did,
kind of
yeah.
fighting.
He got some swings, but I don't think he got a proper hit.
I mean, but he
Yeah,
looked like he
I
was trying
replayed the
hard.
fight like multiple times. I'm like, this was just an uneven fight. Biniyam was so ready.
He
I
was
mean,
really ready.
yeah, I mean, look at the shape Biniyam's in. I firmly believe though, like his experience as a dancer, as an entertainer, as a rapper has all
As a
contributed to this
singer.
moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, he was a
Yes,
born
He's
showman.
yeah, he used all
exactly.
those skills
Yeah.
to win that
Backflip.
match.
Oh my God. He's so good.
His ability to handle all that under pressure, even though Ari freaking saying all the things you should not say to somebody before a match. There she was
What
saying
if they
it.
kill you?
What if they kill you? You don't have to do this. You don't have to. What if I asked you to back out now? What if I asked you to back out? Like, oh my, all the things. Like, girl, really? Really
You've done
though?
that though, right? During a major surgery, I watched like a shitload of failed LASIK videos before my LASIK.
You don't have to do this.
Probably shouldn't do that.
But that's different. That's like a cosmetic choice. This one is something he trained for. It is a choice, but he's been training
That's
and
true. He
preparing. It's
did.
that he
He
has
did
to
prepare.
perform. He has to actively perform. That one, you're kind of passively just laying there.
Yeah, you're right. I was at the mercy of the doctors.
Yes. He has to
Yeah, I
actually
couldn't
go out
exercise
there and
my
perform.
eyeballs. You're right. You're right. I could. There was nothing I could have done even if I went blind.
Right. Right. You have no pressure on you. It's just to lay there and accept what is to be
Show up.
done.
Yeah.
But he had to go out there performing. He was just laying on that bed. He's like, I got this. With
You
his
sure did, dude.
I have to say he was very attractive after that. I was like, wow. Wow.
Did you like it? Did you like his fighting stance?
Yes, his confidence in the ring was appealing. And Ari seemed to be very impressed. Except, okay, so after the fight and he won and he did great, Ari said the whole time she was just thinking about the other guy and how bad she felt for him. Like, wait a minute.
She should feel bad because he lost
Yeah,
bad.
he fucking whooped that ass.
I wish he didn't tap out and he just got choked out, you know. I will
Oh,
not go
man.
down. I will not tap out.
He'd get really hurt though.
Go down like a G.
No, dude, you gotta tap when it's time. You gotta don't listen to this. You gotta tap when it's time. You can
So
really
you can-
injure
Go
yourself.
no,
You
go
can really
down
injure
like
yourself.
a G.
No,
Well, that's gonna be the last time you
Tap
go
when it's
down because you
time.
ain't fighting again.
Exactly. You're not coming back up. Tap out when it's time.
I know nothing about these fights. I'm just speaking out of my ass.
Tap out when you feel it. When you feel like there's no way. Tap out. It's
No.
okay to lose.
No,
You gotta
that's not how it's
no.
true.
You gotta live to fight another day, dude. You gotta live to
No.
fight another day.
That's it. That's it with them.
Okay, all right.
No stories for Yvette and Mohammed, but I am looking forward to the I don't know, I guess Native American magic that Eve might show Mohammed and he's totally against, I guess. Yeah, I would just wait for him to pack it up.
I feel like we saw totally different next ons. Like for my next on, I saw that they're discussing kids. And he's like, I don't want to have like our kid will be Muslim. Otherwise, I do not want to have a kid that is not Muslim. Otherwise, no kids. I'd rather not
This
have any
fucker
at
should
all.
go back to Egypt and marry a Muslim woman.
Right?
Yeah.
Or marry his mom. I don't know.
It's very odd. He seems very strictly into his Muslim culture, which is fine, but it just does not make sense as to why he chose an American woman wearing a bikini.
I
Yeah.
know. Dumb skank. Not Eve. I meant the idiot.
All right. I want to say thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so whenever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. And that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Bye.
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 Bye.